Hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Demon Soul. Demon Soul is the first person in here this morning. Good morning, Sadly Mistaken. Good morning, Daniel Berry Sports. Good morning, Miss BB. Good morning, Bloop. Good morning, Chanel B. Good morning, Miss BB. Good morning, HTX Sweetie. Good morning, Dreamy Jeannie Blue. Chanel B. I thought about you because of our exchange yesterday. Shortly after my live, I went over there to get the work, and the post was gone. It was gone. How do you like that? Now, how do you like that? Chanel B, the post was gone. But I still got my on that channel now. That channel is in my radar completely. Had to drink some of my tea. Good morning, Raytrix, moderator. Good morning, Heavy Bear. Y'all, so let me see how I want to start this off, because yesterday was crazy as hell. Definitely had a lot of bull mess going on. And I'm trying to figure out even where to start. I guess I could start from my live. After my live, y'all, I redirected y'all to YouTube cameras, and we'll start there. Y'all hear the tone in my voice? We will start there. One thing that I can say that I'm happy about is that for the duration of YouTube cameras live yesterday morning, she had glitter boots up there. Chanel B said about the old lady of listening. No, the post that he man Dimples had. Remember you came in my live telling me about the post that Dimples had. Well, I went over there to go ahead and get that post taken down. But he man Dimples must have been up in the clouds. He man Dimples must have got nervous. He man Dimples must have got scared because he man Dimples ended up removing the post. But okay. So I redirected y'all to YouTube cameras. I was in the chat pretty much moderating and just listening. To be honest, it was only one time that I even had the thought to click her link yesterday. But the reason why I didn't is because Glitter Boots was up there. Everybody knows that I don't share a panel with Glitter Boots at all. At all. So it was only because of his presence being on that panel that I refused to get on that panel. And I'm so glad about that now in hindsight. Y'all, the main thing that I wanted to get up there and speak about was the Laurie situation. What I noticed yesterday morning in YouTube cameras chat was once again people was making a problem out of me for no damn reason. Me and Laura was going back and forth up in the chat regarding what happened to her channel, of course. Laura basically was saying that she got free reign to talk about whatever and she could discuss whatever on her platform. And she was saying that as her way of justifying inviting the lady Judge Fifi up there to question that lady about that lady's alleged crush or trolling or whatever the case may be. She basically was getting toddy with me, talking about what she could discuss whatever she wants. So I simply said, well, then I could discuss whatever I want up on my channel. I said, and so I could do an expose where we could talk about the effects of somebody who has gone through a domestic violence situation. When I said that, y'all, the way that some of them people up in that chat acted, y'all would have thought that I had dang on. I don't know what y'all would have thought that I had committed arson or something. Y'all would have thought that I had did something so heinous. You got people up in the chat talking about, oh my God, Don't play in somebody's trauma. Oh my God, why are you talking about DP? Oh my God, why are you bringing this up? Why would you do a show about this? Why would you blah, 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 blah? Only for Room Shaker to click YouTube camera's link. And Room Shaker mentioned how over at Jay Wilson, she had her overheard Rebel talking about the way Laurie is and how that relates to her domestic violence history. So when Room Shaker brought it up, then that's when Laurie decided to go ahead and get up on YouTube camera's panel to discuss it in detail. And it was only around this time that I had thought about hitting the link. But again, Glitter Boots was there. But so it went from that to the channel. Queen 88 and Judge Fifi came. YouTube cameras asked for them not to speak to, for Judge Fifi and Room Shaker not to speak to each other. They still ended up going back and forth, y'all. YouTube cameras tried to gain control and gain order of the panel. It didn't work, and another P-bomb happened. Now, after that P-bomb happened, everybody was shocked. I saw a lot of people do community wall posts, if not go live. But specifically, I saw Lippy Hippie be the first person to go live. Good morning, Sonny. I saw Lippy Hippie be the first person to go live, and she was over there gloating and laughing, and she told YouTube cameras so, and that's where YouTube cameras get all this mess. So then after Lippy Hippie finished hers, who else I saw? Hell, the subby called LaDon. She did a quick little live. Hers was about 2 minutes. I listened in to her 2-minute live. I think Truth Enterprise was live. I peeked in over there, Truth Enterprise. But then after Lippy Hippie finished her live, Lippy Hippie redirected to Billy Goat Rock. So then Billy Goat Rock commenced to going live. And he was live all damn day long. But this was the problem that I noticed right away. Good morning, Rhonda. The problem that I noticed right away is that they were over there talking about a plethora of things, from the P-bomb at YouTube cameras to what was happening between the Mo3 sector and the beef sector. They were talking about negotiation tactics. They were talking about all this stuff. But the thing that I found odd is how in the hell does the beef sector feel as a collective that the beef sector is currently under attack, but they go to the Umar sector to speak about negotiation, to speak about, I guess they just had a negotiation meeting in the Umar sector. And it just didn't make sense to me at all. Like, what the hell? Them people ain't messing with the Umar sector. Them people ain't bothering the channels in the Umar sector. When the hit list was released, nobody in the Umar sector was mentioned, except for now maybe Billy Goat Rock. But outside of Billy Goat Rock, who else from the Umar sector are these ladies mad at? Who? Who from the Umar sector are they mad at? But then the beef sector turned they raggedy asses around and sat over there for about 5 or 6 hours in a damn negotiating meeting over there at the Umar sector. Racking in donations, speaking about their current dilemma. Y'all done racked up all of these donations for Billy Goat Raw. Meanwhile, the channels over here are in jeopardy. When you fuck around and lose your channel over here, is Billy Goat Raw gonna give you anything? I doubt it. So why in the hell did everybody spend all that time there? And y'all, when I saw that right there, I was like, this is how I know the beef sector ain't what it used to be. I would honestly say if something like this happened back in the day of the beef sector where there was this real situation or a real threat, what I envision would have happened was that somebody of OG status would have had a live, and there would have been, I know James hates for us to continue to use town hall because people complained about him when he used to have them, but there would have been some type of town hall or something. That's just the honest to God truth. Whether it would have been at Lady Nika's, where there was a gathering and a speaking about it, maybe James's. Hell, when Sean used to be around here, sometimes Sean would be the spot for that. Hell, even VS. Now, the reason why I'm not listing myself up in there, y'all, is because I come live too early for me to have been able to do anything about a meeting or something. But what I'm saying is, I witnessed the beef sector find themselves in a dilemma, but instead of them trying to handle the business at home where they need to be, they over there up in the damn Umar sector. The fuck? Make it make sense. That's almost as if somebody deliberately tried to break into your home. And instead of you being at home trying to go ahead and repair the doors, trying to repair the windows, trying to make sure your security alarm is working, trying to do what you got to do to make sure your home is safe and protected, you across the street at somebody else's house. Make it make sense. But then you bring your ass up on here and be like, well, we need to do something. We need to block them out. We need to ban them. Why? Because I mean, hell, y'all spent the entire day over there at the Umar sector anyway. Water Beach sector was over there with Billy Goat Raw, y'all. I was peeking over there at Queen 88 because Queen 88 happened to go live as well. Queen 88 live, I listened and I was able to hear Judge Fifi explain why she did what she did. Essentially, she said she got agitated while she was trying to speak, and her and Room Shaker got into it up there. She did mention that she had felt some type of irritation once she got up there because I guess she had been waiting in the back for about 10 minutes before she was lit up. Now, I have to say, that don't sound far-fetched. But the problem is, for that to happen in the way that it did, it seems to me that Judge Fifi took it personally. It was just a bad situation waiting to happen because Judge Fifi took it personally, but YouTube cameras has a tendency to do this. And I've told her about this a few times in the past. I'm sure many of y'all have seen on several occasions where I will have clicked YouTube camera's link and she doing something around the house. She over there making coffee. She doing XYZ. And I'm just back there in the back for about 5 minutes. Sometimes she could be on her own rant talking about whatever in the hell her commentary is. And she not even looking to check to see if anybody back there. Wait. So because she don't check to see if anybody back there waiting, then you do sometimes be back there waiting. The difference is, I know this is something that YouTube cameras has a habit of doing, so I typically don't take it personally. The problem is, Judge Fifi didn't know that. Judge Fifi just knew that the panel was active and she was back there waiting. And according to her at 88, she waited for 10 minutes and then she ended up leaving. She said she turned around and came back. And when she came back, she was finally allowed there. And the panel was chaotic. And she said there was no panel control. She got up there immediately and started speaking about panel control. And everything kind of just went from there. But just that 10-minute wait that she had already had back there behind the stage, y'all, that's already had what set her blood boiling. So by that point, I'm just listening to 88 and Judge Fifi, talking about their thoughts, and Judge Fifi is adamant. I think she just at her boiling point with not necessarily with room shaker per se, but I believe that it was tension that was still carrying over from Laurie's panel, in my opinion. I believe that it probably was too soon to have both of them up on the same panel so quickly. I think it was very dangerous to have both of them on the panel, because they both just fell out with each other on Sunday night, only for them to be now sharing a panel together on Tuesday morning. It was just too quick, because they still gonna be hot-headed from whatever happened over there at Laurie's. You understand? So kids got mentioned. In Judge Fifi's opinion, she said the panel was not controlled, so she did what she did. Now, Queen 88 did say that she had no idea. She said she dropped down off the link, yes, but she dropped down off the link because she got a phone call. She said she was actually backstage waiting to be let back up when the P-bomb happened. She said she was back there waiting for YouTube cameras to allow her back up on the panel again when the P-bomb happened, and by that point, YouTube cameras trashed the live and got rid of it. But one thing also, too, that I heard Queen 88 say is that while she was back there waiting to be let up, once the P-bomb happened, she saw Fifi, of course, while she was waiting to be let up, she saw the P-bomb happen. She didn't understand why, because it came out of left field for her. But she said that as she was back there behind the stage and as YouTube cameras was ending the live, she heard YouTube cameras call them some bitches. Now, I don't know what's true because I wasn't on the link. I was not there. I was just up in the chat. But according to what Queen 88 said, she heard some mumbling and calling them some bitches. So I'm sure that until that is addressed, then it might still be some tension, unfortunately. Well, I don't know, child. I don't know. Because I wouldn't even know how I would react if I was up in those shoes in that situation, but that's it. Now, unfortunately, Queen 88 ended up getting some type of copyright strike up on her live. This is the reason why I'm taking the time to give y'all this recap about what I heard over there. She got some type of strike from Lippy Hippie on her live, so that live is no more. So if you missed it, you missed it. But before the copyright strike happened, I was reading community wall posts where it was said that Pizarro clicked the link over there. I don't know what Pizarro was trying to tell them. Then I also heard the ODS click the link. I don't know what ODS was trying to tell them. Because my thought is by the time Pizarro and ODS or whoever had clicked the link with them, by that point I had went back over there to Billy Goat Ross to see what in the hell they had going on over there in the Umar sector, like what the beef sector was doing. The beef sector under attack, but they over there with Billy Goat Ross. Child. So one piece of information that I did get though, hey E-Money, good morning. Good morning, everybody coming in. Please like the video as y'all come in. The one thing that I did hear though at Queen 88 that I really, really hate was taken away when she lost her live is what is inspired the title of my video. Nurses Appreciation Edition. First off, I want y'all to take a step back and look around and think about the importance and the value of nurses. I want you to think about the times that you had to go to the hospital, had to go to the doctor, had to go for your checkup, whatever, and the nurse helped you. And then I want you to understand that Nurse K started popping over there at Queen 88, and I hate that the live is gone because that was something worth seeing. I'm just up in the bushes at Queen 88 listening to them explain, this whole P-bomb that happened, what the problem is, what the issue, just trying to get the understanding from their point of view. Let's Be Honest dropped down up in that link. And Let's Be Honest said something along the lines of, why did you call my lady a bitch? And it was a little paragraph that she put. Something about, why you call my lady a bitch, XYZ. By this point, Queen 88 ain't know that was Les B, but she thought it might be Les B. Fifi didn't know who Les B was at all. So by that point, they up on the panel reading her comment and it's like, who called your lady a bitch, or who is your lady, or something? Are you talking to me? They was asking that type of thing. Let's Be Honest typed up in the chat, no, I'm not talking to you. Let's Be Honest said, I'm talking to cassette tape. Cassette tape, y'all, is who she was talking to. I promise you, Lil Buckwheat got every nickname up in the book. But Lil Buckwheat was up in there moderating, and so Les B was actually talking to Lil Buckwheat. She called him cassette tape. So once it came out, she wasn't talking to them, it was cassette tape. And once Queen 88 realized that was Nurse K's girlfriend, Queen 88 was like, well, come up here and let's have a conversation and tell me what's going on. What's the issue between you and him? So Let's Be Honest and Nurse K, they always come together in a pair. Good morning to Kareem. They come together up in a pair. Both of them came and clicked that link over there at 88, and essentially they begin to break down a situation that did happen at YouTube cameras a couple of weeks back. I remember it happening at YouTube cameras because I was there in real time, in which Nurse K was having a conversation about Lemon Vandross and about some information that she found about Lemon Vandross having some type of sealed court case. It was a whole big hoopla. I even did commentary about it in one of my morning shows because Lil Buckwheat, with him having that condescending mentality when it comes to women, he called them women a lie and said they didn't know what they was talking about because in the state of California, you can't do X, Y, Z. But he had this arrogant and chauvinistic, condescending attitude when he said it, and he called them some bitches and all types of other shit. Nurse K was one of the ones primarily that he called a bitch. And I guess Let's Be Honest never forgot. So Let's Be Honest was checking him up in 88's chat about that. And Let's Be Honest and Nurse K explained that was the situation that happened. Neither one of them appreciated. It started going left real quick. Lil Buckwheat got up there trying to defend himself, but then he was trying to go against Nurse K. And Let's Be Honest, 88 was just staying out of it because she said that Nurse K is her sis, so she ain't trying to jump up in nothing. She was hoping that they would be able to talk it out, but it really wasn't no talking going on. Eventually, Lil Buckwheat got overpowered by Nurse K and Let's Be Honest. And Lil Buckwheat ended up getting off the link. He didn't get off the link in a peaceful manner. He kind of got off the link like he was pissed off, like he was mad. Like, why in the hell these lesbians come up here checking me about a fuck thing? Why they trying to tell me something on my girl panel? Why, he didn't say all of that, but that was the tone in which he left. So once I realized he left the panel, I stayed there for a few minutes to see if he was going to come back, y'all. And what I ended up realizing is that Nurse K and Let's Be Honest ended up leaving. So once they left off 88 link, I think that was when I felt like, okay, well, this is the perfect break for me to go over here and check in at Billy Goat Raw to see what the beef sector is over here saying. So that's what I did. Well, anyway, then the video ended up getting taken down. So Nurse K got that popping. Now, after Billy Goat Raw's live yesterday, Demon Soul ended up going live, which I'm happy she did. Demon Soul went live, and I think that was good that she got that redirect because, I mean, hell, Billy Go Rob, just Demon Soul's name alone brought him some clout to a certain degree. Just Demon Soul claiming to be the first lady over there when they first brought their asses around here, that helped his channel out immensely. So if he got a redirect to give, I'm happy that he gave it to her. So she had her panel over there, and I was able to get up on her link for a few. And I made mention to the people up on the link about this particular exchange that I heard over there in 88's live that most people missed because the live had gotten removed. So what I was telling them about this exchange, you know, we kind of talked about it, and lo and behold, Billy Goat Rod took that tea that he got from me, might I add, and he decided to go live again. When I look up and I see this fool come from a 6-hour live and only take a 2-hour break to be in somebody else's live, and then he turn around and go back live for another 8 hours, it's ridiculous to me, and it feels greedy to me. To me, it makes me feel like he going live way too much. Like, hell, what else you got to say? But specifically, for him to go live with the tea that I gave to Demon Soul, but acting like he knew about it. He didn't know about it because all of that went down while he was already over there up on his other live. So he missed all that. He didn't know that happened. But the problem came because just like clockwork, he don't know how to do things in decency and in order. And so when he started up that live to talk about the whole little buckwheat and Lemon Vandross's sealed case and what Nurse K and them had, he had the clout chase a little bit more and put Nurse K, I guess, and Les B's names up in his title. Now, it wasn't just good enough for him to just go ahead and just speak about what he knew. He gotta put your name up in the title. And I guess over there in the Mo3 sector, some people don't like that. Some people don't want their motherfucking name up in your title, especially if they don't know you like that. They don't want their name up in your title where you trying to give them whatever you trying to do. They don't want it because Billy Go Raw went live after Demon Souls live, and then I realized Buckwheat went live, and it was Buckwheat, Lil Buckwheat, and 88 over there talking about this whole thing. I can't remember what the title was for Lil Buckwheat, but either way, Nurse K and Les B didn't appreciate either one of them live, so then they ended up coming live later. Nurse K came live and she was cussing, and she said, hell, she had went to sleep, and by the time she woke up and went to sleep, she waking up to her name up in people's motherfucking titles and in their videos. She's like, get my name out of the title of your video, and why in the hell you got my girlfriend name up in the title of your video and XYZ. She started giving her point of view about why she had an issue with them having their names in the title, and she started talking about the clout chasing. Essentially, she can't stand Lil Buckwheat because of what Lil Buckwheat did. She said Lil Buckwheat came to her live, talk about, well, can we talk like adults? I guess he was typing up in the back chat, seeing if they could talk like adults. Nurse K was like, no, we can't talk like no damn adults, because if you wanted to talk to me as an adult, then you should have came and talked to me prior to doing a live. She was like, don't go live on me talking about the situation where you talking shit, and then turn around and try to approach me talking about let's talk like adults. She said if he had truly wanted to talk like adults, he could have got in touch with her via 88, and then maybe they would have had a conversation. But because he chose to go live, clout chase, and capitalize off how they felt about the situation after he had already disrespected them, calling them types of bitches and stuff, Nurse K wasn't interested in no conversation. Let's be honest, said, ain't no conversation to be had. Queen 88 was like, come on, sis, let's have a conversation. Them two was like, hell no. They ain't want no parts. I had to take me a break. I had got parched. Y'all, this was a lot that was happening over there with them. And it's crazy because YouTube cameras used to recap Nurse K a lot when it came to the Discord drama and the lemon stuff and all this. And then with Nurse K always dropping different receipts and stuff about the Discord, this, that, and the third. So I had subscribed to Nurse K just off the strength of that, because I knew that every now and then, whatever she was saying that she knew about this Discord, she would put the receipt. So I've been subscribed. But essentially, that's what pretty much happened yesterday with them warring. So it's how can I put it? Because Queen 88 said that she ain't jumping into no beef behind how Nurse K and Let's Be feel about Lil Buckwheat. But Lil Buckwheat is standing his ground about how he feel towards them. He want to have a conversation, but it kind of goes right back to what I was telling y'all yesterday. It's not genuine. It's very disingenuous. Because see, what I'm learning about the pattern of Lil Buckwheat is, see, he fucked up because he came in this sector fucking with people, disrespecting people, cussing people out, because he thought that's what he was supposed to do. He did all this disrespectful ass, bitch ass shit to people and tried to lie behind it and say that he was trolling, only for him not to realize that he fucked up, because again, he didn't know how everybody was aligned on this motherfucker and who is cool with this one, who is cool with that one, who has this YouTube ship, who has that YouTube ship. If he would have took the time to sit back and motherfucking observe instead of trying to jump head first into some bullshit that had nothing to do with him, he would be in a much better place. But the problem is he was trying to impress too many, primarily trying to impress Lippy Hippie, which is why he came over here bothering me unwarranted, which is the same reason why he was always showing up at YouTube cameras trying to bother me unwarranted. Then he was dick riding Lemon so much, all up on Lemon Vandross' dick, that's what made him disrespect the hell out of Nurse K and call her all types of bitches that day. Because he was trying to take up a Lemon. Not realizing that Nurse K and 88 consider themselves to be sisters, y'all. So now he trying to backpedal and push the pop and want people to have these adult conversations and broke a piece. But you already came and disrespected the fuck out of people, and you ain't know them from a can of paint. And now you want to have an adult conversation when you probably should have entered the door having an adult conversation with anybody before you ever did any type of disrespect. So that happened right there. Nurse K basically was giving her grievances about all of that. But primarily, Nurse K was really pissed off about the fact that he keep trying to defend Lemon, and that's why he did everything. And Nurse K did speak more about this case. Nurse K had posted a receipt a couple weeks back about some type of sealed case that happened regarding Lemon Vandross in the state of California. She mentioned about that a little bit more yesterday. And what I heard them say, if I'm not mistaken, they said that the case is not sealed at all. I'm trying to make sure I don't misquote them, because I ain't got time for nobody to say I lied on them. But I think they said that whoever they use over there in the Mo3 sector to look up people's shit, the man went to go look into this particular case thing that's supposed to be sealed, and it wasn't sealed at all. So that's another reason too why I was kind of tuning in over there on and off whenever I would see them live, because I was trying to see if they was going to elaborate about this thing. Is it sealed? Ain't it sealed? Who was right? Who was wrong? Because it seemed like Lil Buckwheat was wrong about whatever he thought he knew about California. And again, He talked to women like they imbeciles, like they dumb as hell, and that they don't know what in the hell they talking about. He just really disrespectful in that way. Yeah, Book. Yeah, somebody named Book over there in the Mo3 sector can find this stuff according to them. So I was tuning in to wait on some type of update about that, y'all. But the reason why I call this Nurses Appreciation Edition is because I don't see this being the end of this, y'all. And right now, it does primarily sound like Mo3 sector stuff. But it's not quite Mo3 sector stuff because it heavily involves Lemon Vandross. And I wonder how this is going to look once Lemon Vandross bring his wide hip ass back up on this application after he done with his damn break. I wonder if Lemon Vandross gonna try to lie like he lied about everything else. Like when his mama was up in the background calling him David, but he lied and said that woman didn't call him David. He lied, said David wasn't his name. I want to know if Lemon Vandross is gonna lie about this that happened, because a lot of information was kind of just falling out. Also, Lil Buckwheat was getting his ass handed to him yesterday, all up and through the Mo3 sector, trying to defend Lemon Vandross. And I wonder what's going to come out of that. Is Lil Buckwheat going to feel some type of way and be pissed off at Lemon Vandross because he had to fight the battles for Lemon Vandross? Good morning, the real Miss Bangy, or the real Miss B Angie. Good morning. I just can't wait to see how that's going to go. Because it then also ended up coming out that it looked like some type of setup might have happened, because good old Ken Nola, he be every motherfucking well, y'all, and I guess he cool, real cool with Nurse K and Let's Be Them, because he clicked up on their link and was up on the panel with them, y'all. And Ken got up there telling them about some type of conspiracy to set people the fuck up. Good morning, VA Sagittarius and everybody. So it seems that what Ken was saying, that he had got word that it was a setup all along for 88's channel to get snatched, because again, 88 is pissed off because she got that strike, a copyright strike. Not to mention, this is her second one in a row that she got. The first one she got Monday from Billy Goat Raw. And then yesterday, her backup channel got one from Lippy Hippie. So because she done got one on each channel from both of them, it's a thought that it might have been some type of setup to begin with, because according to 88, she said she didn't play a single thing of Lippy Hippie's content. But see, y'all, because both lives was going at the same time, and both of them had the no red ball thing going. I think both of them had it where you can't red ball. I don't know what to be true. But if I'm not mistaken, 88 is adamant that she ain't played nothing of Lippy Hippies over there. So because she didn't play nothing to Lippy Hippies, but she was doing a live with Judge Fifi about what happened at YouTube cameras, she feels that she was false flag, and she appealed it, and she said she got something in the works for Lippy Hippie now. Especially when Kim brought it to Nurse K's attention that it's some type of setup going on, because both Billy Goat Raw and Lil Buckwheat aim to please Lippy Hippie, that there could be some type of colluding going on, some type of cahoots going on, some type of setup going on. Almost as if Ken was kind of implying that Lil Buckwheat could have very well have been sent. Lil Buckwheat could have been sent to do whatever he doing with 88 currently as a tactic and as a ploy. And I'm like, what? But it is something that make you think, because I know damn well I feel he was sent over here to fuck with me. I feel that he was sent over here to fuck with me because I never heard of that fool before a day in my life. Y'all know 9 times out of 10, straight men don't even hang over here like that. I mean, it's a couple of them. It's a handful of them. A handful of straight men be over here. But for the most part, straight men don't be over here entertaining me. But he came over here doing all that weird ass bullshit that he did. And I believe that she sent him to do it. And it seems that he might have also been sent to get into this situation with 88. I don't know how true it is, but it's an interesting thought. And the fact that side was already feeling some type of way about 88 from when Lippy Hippie lost her channel. Even though I done told them fools that I had got 2 emails where I know I gave her 2 strikes over there. But for whatever reason, they still putting the blame solely up on 88, as if other people wasn't striking her, and I don't understand why. But for that reason, it almost feels like it was a setup, or the way Ken was propositioning it is that this could be some type of setup to have a get back at 88 because of what happened and using Lil Buckwheat. Now I'm like, could Lil Buckwheat be a Trojan horse? I think that's the better word for it, a Trojan horse. You know, where he is sent in to infiltrate in this way for Lippy Hippie to get her get back. Make a little bit of sense, but I still don't get how in the hell the copyright strike happened for 88 if 88 is adamant that she did not play Lippy Hippie's content. That's gonna get ugly. Because if it was a false flag, then y'all, what do y'all think is gonna happen next? If it was a false flag that was done over there to them, what y'all think gonna happen next? To be honest, y'all, it make me go back to last year. I would say it wasn't this time last year, but do y'all remember last year when that man, most hated blogger, got pissed the hell off at the beef sector and rage war on the beef sector? And it was because he felt disrespected by Lippy Hippie. Do y'all remember? Do y'all remember that man went on the whole tirade and crusade to have everybody over here fucked up? Y'all know that he a Mo3 sector person, right? Y'all know that, right? That's his sector. So it almost feels like a little bit of deja vu to me, in my opinion, for the Mo3 sector to get riled up about the beef sector once again, and Lippy Hippie is the center of it all once again. Because when that man started doxing everybody over here, it was because he got cussed out and disrespected and called bitches and kicked off Lippy Hippie's panel, if I'm not mistaken. Because Lippy Hippie used to entertain him, drop the link, let him up on her channel. She used to disrespect him, cuss him out. I guess she was roasting, gagging, and dragging him. But again, not knowing who in the hell this man was or who she dealing with, he got pissed off. And he ended up getting pissed off with her. And I think he got pissed off with Brianna during that time. But then he took it out on the beef sector. And y'all, now we are looking at 88 and Fifi that's they say I don't know if they claim Mo3 sector. I don't know if they claim it or not, but they from over there. And it done happened once again. And now it's a potential that they done got set up and false strike and all this stuff regarding Lippy Hippie. Remember when that whole thing happened and the man was trying to dox everybody? It took King Ramen News coming out here and kind of having some type of a panel gathering and stuff where he was addressing everything and kind of challenging the man, and then all that eventually died down because something happened with that man's channel. It was just a whole shit show. But now I see another shit show unfolding as we speak. I see couples that done formulated. I see couples that don't formulate it because you got 88 and Lil Buckwheat as a couple over there in their corner. You got Let's Be and Nurse K as a couple right there together. As dysfunctional as they are, you got Sonny and Ken sitting somewhere as a couple together. You got Fifi that's just ready to go whichever way the wind blows for the people that she go for. And I just see a whole entire motherfucking mess brewing. And I just had to sit back and watch. Good morning, Mr. West. I just had to sit back and watch. Y'all, sometimes that's all you could do is sit back and watch and observe. You hear me? Because I'm like, this shit is about to get ugly. But I'm not sure how or what, but something ain't right about all this. Mr. West said, shout out Mo3 sector. Fuck the hypocrite content creators. If the B sector, salute to the real ones, no diss to them. And then Rhonda said, did you hear that idiot come on Pizza's panel pretending to be someone else? He is such an idiot. He always do a lot of corny ass shit like that. He started doing that corny shit, acting like he was an attorney and doing all types of weird shit. I still remember when he came over here fucking with my stuff, and I started striking him over there, which were valid strikes, not false strikes, valid. His ass lied, talk about he had paperwork that he was about to drive to the YouTube headquarters and drop off some papers to get people's channel snatched. I mean, he just be saying a lot of off the wall shit. So he said he was gonna drive to the YouTube headquarters to drop off some papers to get my channels taken. Well, I'm still waiting on that to happen 2 months later. And then he said that he was gonna go beat Ken the hell up this month. Well, guess what? We sitting here at July 16th, and he still ain't made his way over there yet. He say a lot of shit and just lie about a lot of shit. I always talk about what he gonna do. But either way, about this whole setup thing, I don't know. I'm trying to see if I lean it towards this setup. I don't know. What I do know though is that it's a shit show happening. I'm just sitting back observing it. Even while I was in even while I was at Nurse K's listening, because I just listened from her clouds, trying to understand everything that's going on. I don't drop down because y'all know me and Let's Be got some long-standing beef sector history from like 2018 and shit. So me and her don't get along, and I just don't drop down at Nurse K's because I ain't got time to disrupt the flow of nothing over there. I'm just there to listen anyway. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just there to listen. But yeah, some shit is about to be popping off, and I just don't know which way it's gonna go. Now, I will say YouTube cameras did end up coming back live. She came live up on her backup channel, y'all. I have to say she was in great spirits and she was smiling and stuff, and she kind of was giving her recap about what happened. But by that point, y'all, I was kind of settling in for bed, so I was in and out of that live. I might have to go back and replay that to see what all she said. Now, I was up in her chat, though, kind of giving her a little heat because after that Brooke and Malik thing happened on her channel, y'all, she cussed me the hell out for far less. But she wasn't up in no cussing spirit yesterday, or last night rather, in relation to this. But then I wonder if she wasn't up in no cussing spirit in relationship to this, because why? Cussing about it is gonna do what? Cussing about it is gonna do what? Because it ain't gonna change what happened. It's not gonna change the fact that the P-bomb happened. It's not gonna change the fact that there was some type of division brewing. Cussing is gonna change what? I think at this point, she just kind of taking it up on the chin and putting her boundaries up. That's how I'm kind of viewing, her angle with it at this particular point. Y'all, but I just say all of it is a hot damn mess. Mm-mm-mm. Now, YouTube cameras did have some words, but it wasn't like dragging or cussing nobody out. But she did have some words at the people who rejoiced at her being P-bombed, and the people who were quick to go live to capitalize and monetize off the fact that she was P-bombed. I made sure to be up in her chat to let her know that the first person that I saw firing up alive after she was P-bombed was Lippy Hippie, and then Lippy Hippie redirected to Billy Goat Raw. I needed her to know that Lippy Hippie redirected to Billy Goat Raw, and I also needed her to know that if we talking about people capitalizing off the trouble and the pain of what her channel endured yesterday, Billy Goat Raw most definitely did take the time in the moment to capitalize with the assist from Lippy Hippie. And that's a fact, Jack. I've always sat back and I've looked at the dynamic with all of these content creators, these women specifically, who don't get along with each other in certain capacities, but all fawning over Billy Goat Raw. And I just sit back and I wonder, at what point is this seesaw gonna tumble over? Because right now, the weight on each side appears to be balanced. But y'all know how a seesaw is. The weight appears to be balanced until it's not. And the fact is, there was no hesitation for Billy Goat Raw to capitalize off what happened. And like I said, he came and did another live even after Demon Soul was done with her live. He came right back and did another and another. And I'm thinking to myself, don't you think people gonna get tired of hearing you talk? Don't you think people gonna get tired of sending you money? And I mean all day yesterday. But then I have to blame the beef sector because I'm like, beef sector, again, your home base is on a rocky foundation. And instead of you at home fixing the foundation and figuring out what your next move is going to be, y'all over there entertaining Billy Goat Raw. Now, they said Fifi came out with a hit list. She got a hit list of about 10 or 11 content creators that she planned to get. Out of that hit list and all the names, y'all, if I would have thought about it, I would have tried to write them down, y'all, but I didn't. But I know. Good morning, Robin. And good morning, everybody. Yeah, please like the video, y'all. I do know that YouTube cameras was mentioned. Laurie was, Lemon Van Dross, Lippy Hippie, Billy Goat Raw, and a few other people. I can say that my name was not mentioned, which is good. Because I'm sitting here confused as the fuck, but at the same time, I knew that it was going to eventually crumble. And again, it seemed like Lippy Hippie and her group is kind of like the nucleus in this drama again in relation to the Mo3 sector and the beef sector having a form of attack. This is one of the reasons, y'all, why I truly don't entertain the new people like that. And I heard Nurse K up in her commentary, and she was like, I don't do, yes, I'm from the Mo3 sector, but I really don't claim sectors like that. I just enjoy cool content creators. I fuck with people up in the beef sector, and the people that I like, I rock with them, blah, 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 blah. That's what she was saying. She was like, I don't like for people to group me in like that. And I totally get what she mean by that. But when I'm speaking about the new people, y'all, I'm specifically saying you don't know what the angle are with the people, who is close to who has a YouTube shit with who just got pissed off by the next bitch. And when you don't know all the details and all the puzzle pieces and where they fit, sometimes it's best to shut the hell up and not say a word. Good morning, Pretty Black TV. Sometimes it's best to not say a word, y'all. So that's kind of where I am. I'm just observing, but I had to let y'all know what's happening. I mean, the beef sector was so consumed with being in the Umar sector all day yesterday that I don't know if they was trying to peek in to see what was going on at Queen 88 or not. I don't know. But I do know, yeah, Lil Buckwheat is in the center of a lot of this mess, y'all, and I don't know where that's gonna go. Because you got Ken that still dislike him. Y'all know I can't stand his ass. But then also, you got this friction that's going on between Lesbi and Nurse K. Lil Buckwheat was cussing out Lesbian Nurse K, and Nurse K had to tell Lil Buckwheat that Lesbi is a beef sector OG, because this is how foolish they be. Lil Buckwheat ass did not even know that, let's be honest, is beef sector, because he's an idiot. He's a young, dumb fool who didn't take the time to observe his surroundings and just jumped into a whole bunch of shit. So he don't realize that Lesbi ain't just this random old lesbian that came to check him about her girlfriend, but that Lesbi done been in the beef sector since easily about 2017, 2018. He don't know who is OG and who is not, who been around, who has not. He don't know. So on the one hand, he got Lesbi being meticulous because she was beef sector original back in the day. And then you got Nurse K, very methodical, being Mo3 sector. Good morning, Veronica. So he fucking with them too. But he thought it was a bright idea to be disrespectful and cuss them the hell out, and he let all the respect go out the window because he had a tantrum because they did not want to have an adult conversation with him. But again, that's the same thing like what he did over here. When he wanted to click my link over here to have a conversation with me, and I allowed him to click my link, but then I also kicked him off the link and banned him, he got pissed off then, which is why he started tracking me at other people's channels, trying to make me have a conversation. And right now I see him, or at least yesterday I saw him trying to force and make Nurse K and Let's Be have a conversation with him. And Let's Be is saying, hell no. You disrespecting my lady? Hell no, we ain't got nothing to say. Let's Be said, bitch ass nigga, we ain't got shit to say. He's still trying to force the conversation though. And I'm like, Buckwheat, sit down. Y'all. So that's that. I don't know. But Lil Buckwheat think that he is a beefsteak, the content creator, because he been over here all of about a month and a half being a little do bitch for Lippy Hippie and a dick rider for Lemon Van Dross. And he don't even realize Lesbi was here 2017, 2018. He don't even know the history that Lesbi used to be with VS. When I tell y'all, I believe that a lot of what VS knew back then, Lesbi know of. They were a force to be reckoned with back then. In 2018, what they was doing, and back then, the doxing, the channel snatch, and all that kind of stuff. That was kind of fresh back then. But I say all this to say, when Let's Be was a part of TSCC over there with them, oh, she learned everything that she needed to learn. So the fact that she is now with Nurse K, and Nurse K done learned all that she done learned from them folks in the Mo3 sector, they ain't the ones to fuck around with. And Buckwheat is over there still trying to disrespect them and cuss them out. And 88 is trying to stay out of it because the Buckwheat is her boo. The Buckwheat is her boo, but she say Nurse K is her sister. But eventually something is gonna crumble with that as well. I don't know if at some point if 88 is gonna get tired of trying to bend for everybody to get along. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'm just sitting back watching. I'm just sitting back watching. Now I'm hearing that people might be hesitant to drop down their links. Remember when Laurie got the P-bomb, Envy did a whole interview and a whole breakdown as far as coming up with a list of rules and demands and guidelines for how Laurie was going to treat her channel. Now that it happened to YouTube cameras, I don't know if she going to come up with a list of rules and guidelines. What I am seeing, though, is that a lot of these panel channels are definitely in trouble, and I thank the Lord that I'm not a panel channel. When you deal with these panel channels, you are at the mercy of the people that you allow on the panel, and that's a fact. I know people over here up in this sector primarily that love to talk about my views or my numbers over here, but guess what? Right now, I can tell you all 192 of y'all came here to listen to my black ass. Y'all ain't here to see no fight, no arguing, no yelling, no screaming, no me having to mute this one, put this one down. That's not what y'all here for. Y'all here to see my black ass. Not to mention, it's too early for all that damn commotion. So when I do see my view count at the end of the day, I know that all of them views and all of them eyes was because people thoroughly and genuinely were interested in what I had to say, not what somebody else had to say. But see, now these panel channels, oh, they in trouble. How they gonna function without dropping the link? How they gonna function with trying to police the link? How they gonna do it? How they gonna maneuver? Then I heard some people talk about, well, you could probably just email the link, which typically, if I know that it's a show that I already had planned to do, I typically send my link anyway, like that to begin with. But that's typically for a planned channel. But I've always been cautious because I come from the era of the B sector where we fought inwardly like this. So to see the Mo3 sector side coming at the B sector like this, y'all always hear, good morning, V. I was here when we used to do this to each other inward. But back then, everybody was kind of split and divided. Good morning, TSW. Everybody was kind of split and divided back then. So it would be some channel snatching. Flagging wars used to happen back then. 2018, 2019. Oh, yes, flagging wars. When me and VS was in the most heated battle, we was going at each other. Then VS started having to go with other people. But primarily, back then, the only channel that I had to go at was VS's. Back then, that's when I first started understanding what it meant to thoroughly keep receipts, y'all. Way back then. Because it would get so crazy to where I would try to document this, that, and the third that done happened. And before I know it, the channel is snatched and you ain't got no receipt or proof of this at all. I ain't never got my channel snatched. I did have one channel with me and my friend, and that channel used to be called Idle Talk TV. But that channel was a small ass channel. That channel got snatched during the Flagging Wars, but this right here, this channel here, never did. My Dunn daughter, that was created much later. But I say all that to say this ain't nothing new, and that's why the OGs know how to sit back and watch this play out. That's why you don't see too many of the old heads jumping out here up on a whim, especially not to jump out here on the whim and on the limb to clean up a mess that these motherfucking 2.0s and adjacent people started. Good morning, Jeff Dean. Good morning to everybody. Rhonda said with Lolo supposedly apologizing, she's being laughed at, and that's sad. Well, Lori felt the need to apologize, and good morning, Black Pearl. Lori felt the need to apologize, and that's gonna be on her because she apologized to them, but then she banned me off her link. And now I want to know what type of backpedaling and pussy popping she about to do next now that she saw what happened over there at YouTube cameras. That's what I want to know. Not what she got to say. Y'all, just the beauty of the fact that I was not up on no damn link. Y'all don't know how amazing it was. Because now I will say, YouTube cameras don't do this at all. But it's several content creators in the beef sector. Specifically, like the King Roman News, the Olivias, the Bertha Mae Jacksons. Who else? These types of ones that would always seem to single-handedly make something that happened at YouTube cameras my fault. And Lord, I'm so happy that none of this is my fault. You can't blame me for a fuck thing, even if you try. The only thing I did yesterday at YouTube cameras was time one person out. That's it. I timed out one person. Other than that, I ain't do shit. I ain't do nothing. And you know, I want to know, are they going to finally shift the blame? Because even Lori found the way to blame me for the bullshit on her that happened on her channel. And I wasn't even on the link no more. I was gone. But now I'm trying to figure out now, who you going to blame? And remember, I told y'all over there at Shamar's, Lemon Vandross got up there trying to cuss me the hell out and blame me about Lori's thing. Well, now what, Lemon Vandross? Now what you gonna say? And I want you to have the same energy. But what I find cute though is Lemon Vandross ended up hitting the link over there. I believe it was ODS's in the wee hours of the night. He hit ODS link and he actually acted like he had some sense. But my question is though, did he really have sense? Or did he not want to cause all that ruckus in the beef sector after everything that done happened? Y'all, to be honest, I feel like Lemon Vandross did all that bull mess over there on Shamar's live the other night because he was trying to flex and show out for Shamar. And I don't give a damn who don't like what I'm saying. He got a damn crush on that boy, and I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. Lemon Vandross, you got a crush on him, and that's why you was over there flexing, trying to have your muscles out and talk all this big ass shit, be disrespectful and cussing me out and trying to pick a fight with me, pick a fight with Shanice, who was a supporter of yours as well, cuss her out, call her old bitches and stuff, because you was trying to flex over there for them folks. You was trying to flex over there for them folk, and specifically trying to flex so that you could steal Billy Goat Raw Man. And actually, the way all of these men running around here claiming Shamar, I think Shamar for the streets. I'm gonna have to tell Shamar the next time I get over there. You for the streets. Damn. Everybody claiming his ass. And good morning, Ayana. Good morning, Diddy Love. Because y'all, and even I went over there and I said, damn, Shamar, I typed up in this chat the other week, I said, everybody claiming you. Y'all, I done heard Tommy claim him. I think Castro claimed him. Billy Goat Raw claimed him. They said on his row might be over here trying to claim him. Lemon Van Dross over there trying to claim him. And then the ladies over there up in his chat said women be over there trying to claim him too. I said, oh no, not the women. The women too. The women too. He for the streets, y'all. He for the streets. But I noticed that once Lemon Van Dross had hit ODS link, he have that same energy that he had over there, Shamar. Maybe because he wasn't trying to impress ODS like that, you know. Maybe it was because he wasn't trying to get in good with ODS like that. Or maybe it's because he decided to sit down and shut the fuck up because he see what's really going on out here and he's scared. Because this, I promise you, when Judge Fifi read her hit list, I know damn well if that because somebody actually clipped the hit list and put it in a video clip, y'all, and sent it to me. And I know if somebody clipped that video and sent it to me, I'm sure that other content creators got that same damn video of the hit list. And I know damn well Lemon Van Dross heard his name on that hit list. And I know he probably scared like shit because he run a chaotic panel over there anyway. He let random new ass people just show up on his link anyway. He don't even know how to run a show and speak for an hour or 2 hours without anybody sharing the link with him at all because he don't even, I don't know if he lacked the vocabulary to be able to express a complete thought or a complete sentence, but he don't know how to do it. So I know if anybody is scared about what's going on right now, it's him. It's him. He was much quiet and much subdued on ODS's last night than what he was over there when he was running them up just the other night over there at Shamar's. So yeah, this right here is pretty much the time where you kind of just sit back and you motherfucking observe. Let me see what Ayana said. Uncle Claudia, yeah, Lemon Van Dross. Lemon Van Dross. Because he over there up in the closet just like Luther. Let me see. Ayana said, if I was a CC and Fifi did that to me, like what you did to Lemon, I report you to YouTube with proof of my video and also add second of them bragging. Take who channel now? Ayana. She said, report it to YouTube. Exactly how? First off, you even need to know how YouTube operates. I love when people that don't have channels always have these bright ideas of what they would do. I love it. Just like Laurie had her whole damn children over there up on Uppity community wall just the other day. And Laurie couldn't figure out what the fuck to do to get it removed. It's so cute to me when these people have these bright ideas about what they would do. I'm just going to report it to YouTube and proof of my video. YouTube don't give a fuck about proof of your video. Who you think you is? Who you think you is? Tasha K? Who in the hell you think you is? A person with 3.5 million subscribers. YouTube don't give two fucks about your video with you and your little 2,000 subscribers unless you know what you're doing. But I know it's cute when people be like, oh, I'll just contact YouTube with proof of my video. Please. At best, remove the video, take that as an L, count it as a loss, and keep it the motherfucker moving. YouTube ain't about to sit down and out of all the money that they make on these larger channels, and you think they give a damn about this little bullshit? You crazy. And again, you have to understand the means and what in the way to contact them. Because Lord was sitting over there speechless with her whole tribe of kids and shit up on the community wall, child. One day, Laurie getting P-bombed. The next day, her kids on a community wall, and she still sat there and ain't do shit about it. She still like and love everybody, please. Dreamy said, "Dunn, what do you think of BBW dragging all the girls?" You know, I'm not surprised. I think the only fight that I'm surprised that she is currently in is that one with her and D Misso. But I'm not too surprised of the argument between her and Pizarro because they've done this before. They didn't get along before in the past. Same thing with ODS. They've done this before. Even with Lady Nika. Way back in the day, they didn't get along. Way back in the day. They've done this before. But Demon Soul is the only one that I'm surprised about, and I'm not sure what the angle is. I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm not surprised that the colorist jokes and all the colorist drags and stuff that Crystal was using. I'm not surprised at all. I don't know why, but it seemed like people can never really get into a fight without it going that route when it comes to the colorism. What's good? Good morning, Ghetto. They result to that route. But yeah, I thought that D Misso and Krista was better than that, but it's very apparent that Krista is just ready to swing on everybody. And again, Billy Goat Rock is kind of in the midst of that triangulation because Krista love her some Billy Goat Rock. D Misso love some Billy Goat Rock. How in the hell is he going to continue with this balancing act like the seesaw? Lippy Hippie love Billy Goat Rock. YouTube cameras love Billy Goat Rock. But how is Billy Goat Rock going to continue with this balancing act? Hell, if we really think about it, Lil Buckwheat. Lemon Vandross love Lil Buckwheat. Billy Goat Rock love Lil Buckwheat. How Lil Buckwheat gonna continue this balancing act? Y'all, it's so many people that's trying to be friends with people that can't stand each other. And I'm trying to figure out how long is it gonna take before the foundation cracks. Because it's coming. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. Somebody gonna end up having to choose a side. Even specifically with Lil Buckwheat. 88 is saying that she don't want Lil Buckwheat messing up his YouTube ships behind her and vice versa. But the way I saw Let's Be Honest handling motherfuckers over there on behalf of Nurse K, the way I saw Let's Be Honest over there handling motherfuckers for Nurse K, in that moment, I was proud that Let's Be Honest is my lesbian sister. Because Let's Be Honest was giving it to them. And if you think for a second that 88 ain't noticing how Let's Be Honest handle for Nurse K, and that little buckwheat trying to sit in the cut in the middle, not wanting to offend nobody, wanting to be friends with everybody, ain't handling nothing. Just the fact on YouTube cameras yesterday, how Billy Goat Rock got his ass up there and cursed 88 dog the hell out. And Lil Buckwheat didn't even try to get up there and intervene. You welcome, Uncle Claude. You welcome. Good morning, Lady Nika. Oh, and good morning, Free Thinker. Just the fact when I saw Billy Goat Raw really up there calling 88 a prostitute and calling 88 all this derogatory stuff and bitch this and bitch that, and Lil Buckwheat didn't even try to diffuse that situation for his lady, for the woman that he trying to be with, for the woman that he trying to impress. I was like, oh, okay. Only for me to then turn around And see, let's be honest, damn near swat down the whole damn panel and come at anybody guns blazing behind Nurse K. Oh, okay. Just like I'm observing it, I think everybody's observing it. And again, at some particular point, eventually, y'all, these people trying to walk this tightrope and be friends with this one, but not offend this one. Oh, that's gonna get old. And specifically, if you trying to get with me and try to lay up with me, talk about you gonna come visit me, then I'll be damned if you hear somebody call my black ass a bitch and a prostitute and you don't have a thing to say about it. Especially when it's coming from a motherfucking man that's supposed to be one of your peers. Let's talk about it. Billy Goat Rod and damn little Buckwheat supposed to be peers, right? They both cool with Lippy Hippie, right? Just off the strength of that alone, Billy Goat Rod should have enough decency to respect 88. Just off the strength of him and Lil Buckwheat. But no, Billy Goat Rod is more loyal to Lippy Hippie, so that's why Billy Goat Rod don't mind disrespecting the hell out of 88. But the problem is, if there was an actual level of respect, that wouldn't go down to begin with. It just wouldn't. It would be off limits. Good morning, everybody. It would be off limits. Now, I don't know what the future holds, but I'm happy Sonny is still up in here because I got to use Sonny as an example. As dysfunctional and thrown off as Sonny and Ken are, and they get the hell on my nerves every single time I see them doing these community wall posts and videos and shit. Just out of the respect for Ken, even when Sonny came trying to cuss me the fuck out, I let her make it. Because I have a level of respect for Ken that even if I felt disrespected, I feel that me and Ken are close enough to where Ken will handle that because I feel like she disrespected me. But out of respect for you, I ain't gonna say nothing. So I knew Ken would handle it. And this happened weeks ago, if not a month or so ago, y'all. So it ain't nothing fresh. Sonny just was in one of her moves and she came at me on YouTube cameras one day, but it wasn't a whole big hoopla because it just wasn't. But when you respect somebody, then it's certain things are just off limit. And because I respect Ken, Sonny tripping. Go talk to her because I ain't got time. And that's what happened. That's what he did. The problem is though, Billy Goat Rod don't really respect Lil Buckwheat. And that's the reason why Billy Goat Rod was up there disrespecting the hell out of 88. Because all Billy Goat Rod really had to say was, look, Lil Buckwheat, get 88, get your girl to chill or something. But it ain't no level of respect right there. And I see that already from the gate. Just got to pay attention. And Sonny talking about last night, what the fuck? Well, you did, Sonny. You did. But it's fine. I feel like you were just having a bad day that day. So I was pissed off with you for a few days, but eventually I move on. So Uncle Clark said Lippy Hippie, Billy Goat Rod, Lil Buckwheat, and Lemon Van Dross. Do I have all the names right so far? Uncle Clark, you do. And I hope you're doing well. When I see you up in the chats, I do think about you and I keep you lifted up in my thoughts. But I'm happy that you laughing up in here this morning. But yeah, you got all the names. You got all the names right. Look at you. You came over here and you picked right on up of what I'm putting down. You picked up what I'm putting down. But yeah, Lady Nika said, I have no wish to argue with that lady. I see her. And Lady Nika said, I love Sonny and Ken, but they get on my nerves for clowning out here. They get on my nerves too, Lady Nika. And I done threatened with Ken. I told Ken one day they gonna both wake up and I'm gonna be done block both of them. I told Ken, I said, one day y'all gonna wake up and I'm gonna be done block both y'all asses. I said I'm gonna be to block both y'all asses on every social media platform. But so far I ain't done it yet. But I did tell them. Because they be doing the most. I be like, what the fuck is going on? It was crazy because once upon a time, Lady Nika, I would get alarmed when I would see some of the stuff that they be putting. Girl, now I see the shit that they post on here and I just keep right on strolling. Right on scrolling like I ain't even see it. Child, they'll be fine. And it's sad that it's got to be like that, but I just keep right on scrolling. Something done happened again with them today, but what else is new? Well, damn, they was just lovey-dovey and on each other panel and stuff, and now they done fell out again. But what else is new? It's just par for the course, Lady Nika. And you just respect whatever it is and stay the hell out of it. Good morning, Room Shaker. You respect it and stay the hell out of it and just keep it moving. Dreamy Genie said, I like Sunny and Kiki Saga. It's kind of romantic. Is it romantic or is it dysfunctional? What? It's kind of romantic. I mean, I guess. But I ain't even here to drag them. I'm not here to drag them, but I'm simply pointing out the fact that when you respect somebody, you don't disrespect their girlfriend. You don't do it. This is why to this day, even with people saying that Nurse K once upon a time wasn't a lesbian before, I ain't never seen a 88 or a Fifi disrespect Nurse K girlfriend. They respect Nurse K, so they don't bother lesbian or be disrespectful. It's a level of respect. But again, I'm going to point out, Billy Goat Rock lacks that respect. And that's the reason why he could call 88 all the mess that he called them. And if I'm going to be honest, he do it on purpose because he know little buckwheat punk pussy ass ain't going to do shit about it. Let's talk about it. He know little buckwheat ain't going to do shit about it. He know little buckwheat ain't going to say nothing to him. Little buckwheat ain't going to check him. Because don't forget, little buckwheat get his orders from Lippy Hippie. Good morning, Right to Be Told. Good morning to Angie. Good morning, everybody. Right to Be Told said it's like Bobby and Whitney. It is. And you know something, Right to Be Told? The fact that you even said Bobby and Whitney, but I used to be watching B and Bobby Brown all the time. When they had that damn reality show, that damn B and Bobby Brown, I used to be right there watching. I used to be right there watching it and laughing my ass off. So you right. What's good, Lemons Cowardly? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. But yes, y'all. Who? LG disrespected you? What? I ain't seen LG. And thank you, Dr. Nikki. Hold on. Let me see what Dr. Nikki talking about. She said, wait a minute, J.Dunn. You let LG disrespect me over my Ebu Ray Triggs? I ain't know LG disrespect you. My bad. The next time I see LG, I'll cuss her drunk ass out. That's who you talking about, that LG? The drunk one? I'll cuss her drunk ass out the next time I see her, Dr. Nikki. Calm down. The next time I see her, I'm going to get her ass. I'm going to get her. That's the least I could do. But let me see. Okay, Right to Be Told said on Monday, Lil Buck, we said he was going to effing his bitch that weekend. Then on Tuesday, he met 88. Wait, I gotta highlight this. Thank you again, Dr. Nikki, for contributing to my goal. I appreciate it. But I gotta highlight this. On Monday, Lil Buck, we said he was going to be fucking his bitch that weekend. Then on Tuesday, he met 88. Then on Wednesday, they were dating. Child, you right, girl. You right. Y'all, it just reminded me of that song. How that song go? Monday, a friend of mine. Tuesday, we played the game. Wednesday, we went away. Thursday, things weren't the same on Friday. That song, y'all, I can't remember who sung that. Is that Mary J. Blige? Whose song is that? But that comment, that right to be told, that comment that right to be told just did reminded me of that damn song. And that damn show is right. It's right. And Ray Triggs told me don't listen to Dr. Nick. But that's what it reminds me of. Yeah, Mary J. On Saturday, we made love. What are we gonna do? Y'all, that's 88 and Little Buckwheat. That's their song. Next time I see 88, I'm gonna have to tell her about that song for them. I'm gonna have to tell her about that song for them. I think she would thoroughly enjoy some Mary J. Even though Lil Buckwheat ass too young to probably even know who Mary J is. Now let's talk about that. Lil Buckwheat probably don't even know who Mary J. Blige is. He probably be like, Mary J. Blige, who is that? Lil Buckwheat be like, who is that? Child, please. He probably ain't even heard of that song before. Ain't that about crazy? Okay, Uncle Clive said that's 7 Days by Mary J. Blige. I sang it to the Queen several times. That's what's up, Uncle Clive. Thank you for telling me the name of that song. Y'all know I'm gonna have to listen to it today just because. It's probably gonna be playing up in my head later on today just because it tend to happen that way. Look, Sonny ain't never heard it. Look, remember I just said that Lil Buckwheat gonna be like Mary J. Blige, who was that? And look at Sonny talk about she ain't never heard of the song. Well, look, Sonny, Uncle Claude put the name of the song. It's called 7 Days by Mary J. Blige. Go look for that one and you will see exactly what we're talking about. Because I probably didn't do the song. I know I didn't do the song justice because I don't know all the words. I didn't do the song justice because I don't know all the words. But I know she's singing about the days of the week and how fucked up the relationship is. I think it's the relationship fucked up in that song. What is she? I just know it's the days of the week and it's just the motions of the motions of the relationship every day. Is what she's talking about. So, Right to Be Told said 7 Days came out in like 1998. Oh, well, that explains it why Sonny don't know. I don't even know if Sonny was born when the song came out. And if Sonny wasn't born when the song came out, then Lil Buckwheat damn sure wasn't born when the song came out. Oh, V said I had the lyrics somewhat right. Okay, good. Good. Oh, so Sonny is a 95 baby. So, okay, so Sonny was probably 2 or 3 years old when that song came out. That's why she don't remember. But yeah, it's one to definitely look up. But yeah, y'all, man, Lady Nika, I'm gonna find that song too. And I'm gonna have to listen to it off the strength of that. But I'm telling y'all keep y'all good eyes out on this that's going on. Child. It's a shit show and a hot ass mess. I say the best thing for everybody to do is just sit back and observe. Don't throw yourself in the line of fire because again, this looked like an entire mess that the 2.0s and shit had brought to our doorstep. I don't foresee me jumping out here to clean up the mess. But I am going to talk about what I saw. But yeah, y'all, I gave y'all an hour and a half. And I just looked and saw YouTube cameras is live, y'all. So I have gone ahead and queued up this redirect. To be honest, after everything that... Wait. Hold on. YouTube cameras live, but this ain't the right live that I got. Let me delete this one. Let me go back. Because I'm trying to set up this redirect, y'all. Because after everything that she went through yesterday, girl, I am interested to see what in the hell she got to say over there this morning. Like I said, she came on last night, y'all, but I don't know that I caught everything that she was saying because I was heading to sleep. But I'm going to go ahead and put this redirect up in here so that everybody could go over here so that we could see what in the hell about to happen today. If she about to make up some rules. Thank you, Lady Nika, for waking up for me. I appreciate it, girl. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Right to Be Told. I can't wait to go over here and see what she gonna say. If she gonna address what happened, the P-bomb. I want to know if she gonna address her critics, all of this stuff. I'm curious to see. So I am going to redirect y'all over there, and I'll be over there in her in the chat, moderating, seeing what's about to happen. Y'all have a great Wednesday today. We made it to the middle of the week. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Don't stress. Please like the video. Thank you so much for the continuous support. Thank you to the people who contributed to my goal. Let me see. Dr. Nikki, thank you so much for the donation, for contributing to my goal. Thank you. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.